Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the next United States Senator, Jim Webb.
Thank you very much, all of you, for coming here this afternoon. It's a beautiful afternoon, particularly proud to be standing here with Max Cleveland and Al Webb. We do have a lot of military time among us. We served on the same battlefield. We do have a brotherhood, and I would say to you that also my thoughts really, when I think about service, go to the people who are out there doing it today. There are 140,000 young Americans in Iraq right now, another 20,000 in Afghanistan. We need to keep reminding the country of the human face that is over there doing this during this war. It's especially gratifying to me that Max Cleveland came here today. It's a hard journey, as you might imagine. We share something else in common. I've known Max since 1977, when he became the Veterans Administrator in the Carter administration. We go back a long way. He was Secretary of State in Georgia. He was in the United States Senate. And when he ran for re-election, the same team that is running ads against our campaign were the ones that ran distorted, negative, scurrilous ads on his campaign, implying that he was soft on terrorism, that he had Osama bin Laden rooting for him, all of these sort of normal character assassinations that are designed to affect people's emotions. And so when he was talking about watching this tactic that has evolved in the Karl Rove era, the tactics of character assassination, he knows of whence he speaks. They did it to John McCain, one of their own. They did it to Max, they did it to John Kerry, they did it earlier to Jack Murtha, who I've also known for a long time. And here we have had these ads as of the last week or so piled on to others that have actually presented some of my writings in a rather flavorful manner, in a distorted manner. I'll touch on a couple of them, just to refresh people's memories about my other career, my chosen career that I've spent a good bit of time in. Fields of Fire, which I suppose was, I've not read what they did, by the way, but I've heard about it, obviously. Fields of Fire is known as a classic novel of the Vietnam War. It was on the Commandant of the Marine Corps' reading list for more than 20 years, still is today. It was the most taught piece of American literature on college campuses and courses on the Vietnam War for years. As the Houston Post said, few writers since Stephen Crane have portrayed men in war with such a ring of steely truth. Sense of Honor is a Blue Jacket book published by the Naval Institute, which is a quasi-official organization of the United States Navy. The Boston Globe called it, quote, a remarkable moral statement. Now, I obviously did not believe that at the beginning of the Senate campaign I would be standing here reading anybody reviews from my novels. But I say this to make a point. The first point is that I've led a literary career and I'm very proud of it. And the second one is that I have lived in the real world. And I have reported on the real world in my writings. I started working when I was 12 years old. The three of us fought in an ugly and brutal war, and I have reported the truth of that war. I was covering the Marines in Beirut, getting shot at again as a journalist. I was in Afghanistan 2 years ago, going on combat patrols, sleeping on the ground, not coming over as some pampered senator. Getting my little dog and pony show refuge, as we used to call it in the Marine Corps. So the point is that I have written about what I've seen, and people need to understand that. And if you're writing, and you're an honest writer, you're going to write about the world as it exists, with all its beauty and all its ugliness. And it sort of defies my imagination that this would turn into some sort of political statement or profile about my career and about my ethics. The incident in which he put a new word into the American political lexicon. You start everything, or start? I decline to comment about that incident, other than the fact that I think it was totally inappropriate to be singling out one of my campaign workers and basically harassing him in front of a group of people, which he was uncomfortable. The entire focus of their campaign for the past couple of months has been designed to go after me on issues other than the political issues. Why? It's not that hard to figure out. George Allen has nothing to report. You've been in office for 25 years, and if you've been in the Senate for 6 years, and the last couple of weeks of your campaign, the best you can do is to try to dissect your opponent's novels. You really don't have much to bring to the table, folks. He's one of the reasons that we are in this disaster in Iraq, and I talked to him about it before we went in. He's been wrong on domestic policy. He has been one of the reasons that corporate America has created so many loopholes into the system that corporate profits are at an all-time high, where wages and salaries are at an all-time low. It's time for these mean-spirited, simple-minded, power-hungry, character assassins to go find a third-world dictator to work for, not here in the United States.
Siddharth, I didn't recognize you with a hat. Max, I'm Mac McGarvey. I'm Jim's radio operator. And driving him now.
Watch out.